All right, I'm not trying to be a big complainer here, and the software is excellent if you've never used it before. But if you've been using it for over 10 years, like I have, you've gotten really used to the note system. Logos 8 note system has really lost some functionality. For instance, at the top you can see where it just says notes, 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 notes. It used to say the name of the note. When I'm working on big projects and ideas and research, I didn't have to click each one of these to find out what the note was. I could simply see that this note was the church history. This note was something else. This note was for canon. This note was for baptism. This note was for the deity of Jesus, and so on and so forth. Now I'm trying to work on projects and organize things, and I can't, I have to figure out which note is which, when I used to just be able to look at the top and simply identify the note. This is such a big pain to have to guess which note it is when I've got multiple screen monitors going on at once doing big projects. This has really, really hurt the software, in my opinion. Now, that's the first thing I have an issue with. The second thing I have an issue with is, all right, the second problem is you used to be able to have the links. They have the anchors here. The anchors link to resources outside, which is great. I'm glad they still have that. But you used to be able to link it into the body of the note down here. You used to be able to put from a book or a commentary the information down here and a link that would click and it would take you right to the resource. For instance, I can click on the links up here. It'll open up that resource right over here. That's fantastic. But I can't copy these and put them into another note over here. I have another note ready to go, and I need all these links to go into this other idea, this other note presentation. And I used to be able to come down at the bottom and just simply copy all this stuff at the bottom here, copy everything at the bottom, which would have all these anchors in it, and I can copy and come over to the new note and paste them right inside here. All the links, all the anchors, you could copy and paste. It was very easy to transfer all your links in the body of the note. You can't do that anymore. And if you could at least rearrange these, because if your presentation changes and your idea, the way you're going to talk about an idea changes, and you want to present this link first, or this link first, or this link first, you want to put them in order so that you can simply click on them. You could rearrange all that in the body of the note by copying and pasting and moving ideas and paragraphs around, moving the linked resources around in the body of the note. Up here, you can't even drag these around to reorder the way you're going to do your presentation. If I decided I'm not going to present this particular link until after this one, or vice versa, I have to undo each one of these, put them back in the order that I want, and then again, I can't copy them and paste them into a new note if I want to transfer the ideas into a new note for another idea. You can't transfer them over. The basic thing that I'm trying to say here is when the links to the resources were in the body of the note down here at the bottom, you could copy, paste, rearrange very efficiently, very effectively, transferring from note to note, rearranging the orders, and that was so awesome. Now, you're stuck with these anchors that don't rearrange. You can't copy and paste them into new notes, and it's very, very limited, very, very frustrating for major projects like that. Another problem is if I'm working on one verse right here, 1 John 1, 8 and 9 in this area, and I see these notes that I have, and I'm coming up with a new idea, and I want to find out, do I have this verse in that particular notebook? I used to be able to hover my mouse over it. You could see the note, and at the bottom of the note, it would tell you which book it was in, which notebook it was in. Now I don't know if this note is in a particular notebook, and I have to open it up, and I have to find out, okay, this is in the homosexuality one. Okay, all right, what about the other ones? And then you go back and you look and you find out, you can't find out where's this note. It just says verse 7 and 9. If we want now, yeah, I know, but what notebook is it in? And it would tell me that in Logos 7. I have to guess which notebook these notes are in. When I open it up, it does tell you right here that it's right here. But the problem I'm having with this now is that you can't click on it and open up the notebook. You used to be able to just click on a note in your King James, click on a note, and it would open up the entire notebook, and all the notes that were in that notebook. I could see the name of the notebook. I could easily reference, do I need to move these around? Which notebook is it in? Very, very helpful information. Now I don't know which notebook it's in, and when I do open it up, I can't even access it unless I come over here, and then I got to click this, I got to click this, I got to type it in, homosexuality, and then finally, I can finally open it up and see the notebook and see the notes that are in it. I used to be able to see like this right here. I used to be able to see that that was in that notebook automatically, and I knew I didn't have to go looking for it. That's not the notebook I'm looking for. Go to the next note. Oh, find out what notebook it's in. That's the notebook I'm looking for. Click on it, open up the notebook, the whole notebook, not just the note. See, it only opened up the note. The notebook's up here that it's in, but that's not the notebook it opens up. You're still inside this notebook over here. It used to open up the notebook, the whole thing. It would tell me which notebook it was in. I'd go, okay, that's the one I want. And it would open up the whole notebook, all the notes that are attached to that notebook instead of this one note. Now I got to go up here. I wish I could click it. If I could click it from up here and open up the notebook instead of having going over here to just search for it, now I got to go over here and I got to type it in. Judge, Judge Purify. There it is. Then I got to click it on and open it up. So it's very difficult while I'm in my Bible to open up the notes. See, like this little star right here. I used to be able to tell which notebook it was in, and it doesn't tell me that. And it's very difficult to find the notebooks. It takes a lot of time to open up these things. That's basically it. Not knowing which notes are at the top here, they used to have the names on them. It would be so easy to identify, okay, that's the one I need. Here's the one I need. Now I got to guess. And transferring the anchors, it's impossible. If I want to put these anchors into a new note, I've got to add each one manually to a brand new note rather than copying and pasting the bottom down here that you used to be able to do. You can't rearrange them if you change your presentation order, or if you get a new idea, insert something in the middle, like up here. If I wanted to insert an anchor in the middle so that I can keep my order of my presentation going good, you'd have to delete, add it, re-add all these to keep a new order or to change the order of your presentation. So it's very difficult for that. So I hope this helps. All these issues that I'm bringing up are new issues with Logos 8 and Logos 7. It was so much easier, the functionality, pinpointing which notes that you were looking at, finding the notes, identifying which notebook it was they were in, and opening up the notebooks was so much faster, so much easier than it is today. So again, I hate to complain, and I hope this gets resolved. All right, so God bless you. Take care. Peace.